What happened to the car and why was it sitting on the road for so long?
The reason it was on the streets is because I didn't want to let it go. Didn't want to let it go. I thought one day if I came across a lot of money, hit the lottery, I would fix her up. Okay. Oh, that's also another thing. Got to set up for smog check.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, you gotta. Let me see. Have to get these right here. That's what I mean. It's been a project.
What? You gotta get those replaced?
Yeah, see this way. I think these still work, but it's the blades.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like,
Can you describe what was going on in your life when you were purchasing this car?
what was going on in my life at that time was I was, doing um uh selling drugs at the time. At the time I was doing that. And that's about all.
Have you ever had the car stolen from you?
Yes, I've had the car stolen from me. I want to say but want to think twice. I want to say twice. One time, I'm not. I can't. I know I was in one time. I was in Emeryville. Used to be a movie theater out there. I feel. I feel a lot safer.
What?
Driving.
Driving with four? You had
Yeah,
three
yeah.
before?
Huh?
You had three on before?
No, I always had drive with four. But what I
Yeah.
had was I had a lock on there.
Yeah.
For the because like I told you, they were still back in the day stealing like they probably do now.
Hmm.
So it's just best to what I'm saying. But I lost the key to the lock,
Hmm.
so I had to go and they had to break all four of the locks.
All right. And I got one more last question. Uh, uh, how's the move so far, and how was it transporting the car?
The move to Minnesota has been pretty good. It's definitely
Okay.
different. It's been harder, not gonna lie, just to like find a job and stuff. Just trying to figure it out.
So, why did you choose to restore the Mustang?
I think I just wanted to see it in its former glory, restore it back to that, and then also just have a nice car to drive around. I know it's not the best daily driver, but it's something, you know. And at the end of the day, it's a car that's been in the family, and I'm just grateful for it to be my turn to have it.
I wanted to ask the question about, saying your relationship with you and your mom.
I don't know. It got more like we got more closer towards the end before she passed, and I don't know. She felt like she knew something was happening, and she wanted to get closer before something had like something had like gotten to her or something like the cancer or something. Maybe she felt it on a spiritual level or a physical level. But I feel like in that time frame, she did want to reach out to us more and more. So I think like, it's a very complicated relationship.
My name's James Andre Waters Jr. I'm DeAndre Waters' big brother. Right now, we're doing a documentary, from my understanding, on the car. He's gonna ask me a few questions, so I mean, yeah, let's see how this goes. I would have to say, especially to go back in recollection of my memory, uh, just the thrill of the pony, the thrill of the Mustang, being inside the car, watching my dad, drive. I believe maybe once or twice he did a little burnout. That's always exciting as a kid. So when you grow up, you just enthuse on speed and always wanting to own one. Um, and just to go back, my dad, he's had that car for a long time. Almost half my life. And so before I got my own Mustang, he actually let me drive his for the first time. And so I think that was like the biggest, like, I want to say, like, letdown as a child when you crash your dad's car. And you know, with my dad, he wasn't mad. It takes a lot to get him mad, even though I crashed his car. He still ended up buying me my own, and so I still got to enjoy, riding side by side with my dad in my own Fox body. So that was great. The overall history of the car it's always stayed in the family. It's never left. Like, it's been stolen 2 times, if I'm not mistaken, and the car has always made its way back home, no matter what. So yeah, what else you got for me?
All right, now I was coming from like the Berkeley, El Cerrito area on the same freeway. So I turned around and got to like San Pablo Dam Road, and then San Pablo Dam Road, you can go up that hill on the freeway. So I passed everybody up. I'm on the freeway, and light drizzle, light rain, and next thing you know, as I'm turning, the car got the tire started spinning. It got up from up under me, and I just turned around, and the car, I just let it go, and then the car just what I'm saying, just went over to the side of the freeway, and then just stopped. Scary situation, because I'm like, I could have, what I'm saying, died. So it just, I always respected the power of the car, because things like that can happen.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog.
We're on 23rd and Cutting. We just passed a place called Easter Hill, and yeah, we're on Cutting Boulevard. Uh, this is a old folks' home, a retirement home. This used to be a breakfast place called the Blue House, but they changed it. And coming up, this is 15th Street Liquor Store right here on the right. This right here, this motel has been there for the longest, the Seahorse Motel. It's been there for decades, since I've been a kid. And this right here, all from this right here down here is the neighborhood I was living in, used to live in. So that's why I know it's the Seahorse. And as we keep going, it's everything, everything I know. And this is the house right here. And this is the park as well that we used to be at. This is the house right here. The family house is right here. Right here. This is the family house right
In a sense, especially when you essentially have an old school car, even if it's not fully restored, you still have something in the bank. You can't actually go out there and just take it out all at once, but you have something, you have a gem to hold on to. So regardless of the money, regardless of the finances, as long as you still have that car, you still hold a gem inside your heart.
here.
And I think that's more so what it was with him. He was just holding on to that gem. And yeah, I would pass by, it's not restored, but just knowing the history of that car, I just was always glad to see that the car was still there.
It all started right here, from doing illegal business, and used to be over there in the park. The park was, it was different than what it is now, but you know, we was down here doing illegal business, and I turned around and when I seen the car in a brochure, and I got it from Dublin, out in Dublin, and seen it first, looked at it, and wanted it bad, and went and got it, and from then on, been driving the car from here, and just been, enjoying the car. It was different basketball courts, but I remember, some of the times, waking up in the morning, and before going to school, I was in high school, and I would come over here wake up at 6:30 in the morning, and come over here and practice, for 30 minutes, and then go get dressed for school, for school. But the great thing about it is that I was just out here practicing shooting hoop, and it was, it was great. And I turned around, it helped me on the high school basketball team.
Considering that you're giving the car to me, do you see this as an end of a chapter or a start of a new one?
That's a good question. The start of a new one. It's not an end of a chapter. End of a chapter would have been if I would have had to have it, what's that? Like at the tow yard and crushed and all that. That would be an end of the chapter. I'm glad that saying it's in the right hands, in your hands now, and it's a new beginning. And it looks like saying some of the things that you've been doing to the car, even even if I never imagined some of the things, like how taking out the with a thermometer, all these things you've been doing. I never imagined all that. I probably was just going like basic and just get it back on the road. But what you're doing to it, it's a beginning of a new era, and it's looking great. It's looking like you're seeing the car through you is making making me proud.